Hi Flosstube, it's Brooke with Stitchbythebrook, finally filming my second Flosstube. I'm so excited to be back with you. Thank you so much for all your kind comments and liking and subscribing from my first video. I really appreciate it. So a little confession, I guess. That first video, I didn't even post that to YouTube until like a month after I filmed it. I was kind of nervous about posting it and, putting myself out there. So again, thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate it. Also, I did get one comment asking about the white noise in the background. There is a fan going, and maybe you can hear it in this video too. But the room that I'm filming in gets pretty warm in the summer, and in Oklahoma it's been pretty hot lately. We're finally cooling off a little bit, but it's still pretty warm. So there is a fan going. It's just kind of right outside the door, shooting air in here from the rest of the house. So this room is upstairs. It has two outside walls, and the garage is underneath, and I don't know if when the house was built, if they didn't insulate it well. I'm not really sure, but anyway, it gets warm in here when it's hot outside, and it gets cold in here when it's cold outside. But I can deal with cold a little better than heat. Anyway, so I have a lot to show you. I don't think we'll be at an hour and a half for this video. What I've decided to do, I have attended a retreat, and actually I had attended the retreat right before I posted that video, but anyway, but I do want to do a recap of that retreat and just kind of show you all the kindness. But I think I'll just film a short video, like an extra for that. And I recently received, well, the story is I was at a quilt class, and a lady that I had taken some classes, a couple of classes with before, happened to come into the shop, and so I visited with her and the owner of the shop. I did a little video tour of the shop as a Flosstube extra. It's up if you guys want to go back and check that out. But anyway, the owner of the store told her, Vicky, my friend Vicky, that I had started cross stitching, and so Vicky said, "Oh, I used to cross stitch back in the day, and you can have all my stuff. I'll give it to you." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I thought that was, I thought that was so incredibly kind. And so if you like haul, I am assuming that you would also like to see what I inherited from Vicky. It's a lot of stuff. In fact, I promised her that if there was anything I wouldn't use, that I would pass it on to stitchers. And so I have some giveaways today. Second Flosstube, I already have giveaways. Isn't that fantastic? So we'll do those at the end, and some of it is really old stuff, and some of it I thought, is anybody even going to want that? But I thought, surely there is somebody out there that will want it, and if nobody wants those items, then I'll get rid of them some other way. I'll pass them on to somewhere. I'll put them on the freebie table at a retreat. So, but let's get started with my stitching. So I've got I had told you that I would try to tell you when I'm going to talk about something outside cross stitch. So I do have some quilting stuff to talk about, but I will let you know when I'm doing that. And I don't think it'll be right at the end, so you might have to fast forward if you don't want to hear that. But anyway, this is what I have been stitching on. Well, I say recently, sort of. It's sort of recent. So well, this will be a little stitchy kindness mixed in. Kaylee, I think it's Kaylee Cross Stitch. On Instagram. Yes, Kaylee Cross Stitch. She is a big proponent of tiny stitching, so stitching on really high count fabric. So if you message her on Instagram and tell her that you want to try it, she will send you a little bit of floss and some high count fabric. This is 46 count. I have not stitched on it yet. But I wanted to show that to you because I did try tiny stitching a little bit I had bought some 40 count, and so I tried it. I really have to use magnifying, but so that is what I stitched. It's so tiny and so cute, isn't it? Here's it's a little patriotic heart. Here it is. I bought it in a kit at Hobby Lobby, I think, and it was on clearance, and it came with a little, some fabric and whatever. I'm not even sure what all came in it, but I know it came with like this Ada, but I started it on this high count. So I'm probably not going to be a high count stitcher. It's just so hard for me to see. I have a hard time. I mean, I have to use magnification even with 36 count, but I can see how I might like that for some things. Sorry, while I reach back here and throw that on the table. But I wanted to make sure and tell you about Kaylee. And, if you're interested in trying some high stitch or high count fabric, check her out on Instagram. So, okay, so this is a new start. It's a new start, but I wanted to show you this bag too. I've got a couple of projects in here, but this bag, I got this at the retreat, but I'm showing it to you because it has this project in it. And you can get these on Amazon, but they're so cool. I really like to make, portfolios, and I like to make project bags too, but, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm kind of switching my game up, but so you can get these on Amazon, but they have 2 pockets. So there's this one, and then there's this one here. So you can kind of separate your stuff, and plus there's a handle, which I thought was really cool. Okay, so this is Farm and Folk Penny Cushions by Heartstring Samplery. There's the cover. And I am stitching this. Do you remember me saying that I was going to try to start doing cards with information? I did it. I don't know if all of these have cards in them yet, but this one does. So I am stitching this on 36 count Atomic Ranch in Peach Bellini. This is Peach Bellini. And it's, the call for is Weeks Dye Works, and I substituted every single color. Every single color, because you can see this is more primmy than this, and I just like it a little brighter. But I really loved this, and so that's why there's more progress on that. But it's also been really busy for me, and I've been out of town a couple of times. Even since I posted that floss tube, I've been out of town a couple of times, and school started, so all of the work things are happening, and it's great. I love it. But anyway, I just also, because I do quilt too, and I'm behind on some quilt projects, but so I don't spend all of my hobby time cross stitching. I do other things too. Okay, next progress. Oh, Lisa made me do it. Is American Flag Quilt Sampler by Rosewood Manor. And we talked about this. I talked about this in my first floss tube, how we all went into Silver Needle and we loved it and we had to have it. It's in timeout. It's in timeout. I barely had any stitching on it, and I finally started just stitching this part of the border because I was like, there's so much back stitch and so many quarter stitches. I think in this one motif there are 32 quarter stitches. And can you see the problem? I stitched on this at the retreat that I went to. It took me, I had not even half of this done, and it took me a large part of the day to stitch that. Do you see the problem? This gap in between here is supposed to also be in between here. So I'm going to have to take all that out. And because I jump around when I stitch, I may have to take the whole thing out to even restart. I don't know. But anyway, that's been a timeout, but I did stitch on it a little bit. And I said that I was going to quit. I was just gonna be a quitter. And Chris has told me I can't. So Krista Wildflower Stitcher told me I'm not allowed. so I don't know. And this, I had started this before, but I don't think I showed it to you in my first video. So this is Botanical Bee by Hands On Design. And I did make a card, but I already didn't remember part of the information. So, but this, I'm stitching this on an 18 count piece of scrap that I found, I think was probably part of my mom's stash that I inherited. And I dyed this. I wish I could tell you what color. It's a Rit dye, but I can't tell you what color it is. In fact, I think I was mixing colors when I was dyeing fabric that day. And I subbed out most of the floss. I think all of the floss. I think maybe a couple of them I am stitching the DMC that's listed. But it is all DMC. All DMC. Anyway, Botanical Bee. Isn't that cute? So, got a little work on that. It's such a small stitch, you'd think I could just finish it, but I don't. I don't. Okay. This one is Mend, Block Party, Mend, Hands On Design. And I am stitching this on 28 count Witched in pewter. Let's see, I know there's progress somewhere. Here it is. I was like, where did it go? If you'll remember, all I had finished when I showed it to you before was I had part of the tape measure in, and maybe I had stitched a couple of stitches, but I remember I told you I had to keep taking it out because I was trying to visit and stitch at the same time, and I kept messing it up. So, but when I went to that tape measure, that worked really well. That worked really well. So in the same project folder that I showed you last time, I am also stitching Merry Christmas Sampler by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. I am making this part of my sampler September because I really want to, I mean, I have a lot of whips, but I really feel like I'm probably more a product stitcher than a process stitcher. So, and here's my progress on that. So really like that. So I figured out that the top border was exactly the same as the bottom border, and I started on the top, but then I was like, I'm gonna stitch something else, and so I flipped it upside down and started the house. Okay, let's see if I have a card, because I can't remember the fabric. I don't think I made a card for that one, but I'm getting better. I have a card for the other ones. So, and I think I told you what the fabric and everything in my first video. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay. This is, okay, I have a couple of finishes, but they're not cross-stitched, but I'm going to show you anyway. But first, let me show you this that I'm working on. Oh, and another reason that I don't really have a lot to show you. Again, I just do a lot of things besides cross-stitch, but I am stitching pieces for the pre-stitch, or I did stitch, they're done. There are 3 pieces of pre-stitch for the pep rally, and I stitched those, they're done, but pretty sure I'm not supposed to show those. So I'm not showing them because I don't think I'm supposed to. I am stitching, I signed up for the Blooming Roots 3 Fat Quarter Shop, stitching with the housewives. And this is Pumpkin Blossom Place. This was the first release. And I am stitching that on 14 count Aida. And I am stitching the big piece first. This is my start. I know somebody's gonna probably yell at me. I was downstairs and I don't have nice scissors downstairs, and I just went for it with some crappy scissors. And I know this is a really tiny margin, I know, but it'll be okay. I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. I do that a lot. I have really tiny margins. I know it would make some people crazy, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It probably should, because I'll probably end up hurting myself at some point doing that. But okay, and I am keeping it in. If you know anything about Stitching with the Housewives, if you're familiar with their products that Fat Quarter Shop sells, this was a bag. This is the bag, and here's the back of the bag. And so I probably, I mean, you know, I'm going to stitch samplers. I've got samplers going, and I stitch other things, but I really like a lot of the Stitching with the Housewives stuff. And so I will probably always have something Stitching with the Housewives going. But so I turned it into a portfolio because it just fits stuff better for me. And so I just took the zipper out, took the side seams out, and then I just did some, I don't know if you can even see, there's straight diagonal lines for quilting, just to hold the soft and stable in there. And then I had this fabric in my stash, and I just liked it. You don't really see much of it. And then I had this in my stash. I had the pink in my stash, the zipper, and this is a pull that I purchased separately that I had, and I had it on the bag, but the bag is kind of, you know, it's just a cloth bag, and so it was kind of weighty for that. And then I put this ginormous glittery button, and then of course my hair tie, my hair elastic to close it up. So so that was a finish. The little portfolio was a finish. Also, guys, this is so imperfect, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's for me, and so I'm okay with it. So I made this yesterday. I have, and I still have the panel, but I've cut it all up because I'm going to do things a little differently than it's laid out. So this is Pride and Prejudice. It's a panel, a bag panel. And so this was all one piece, and I actually cut this off of this side of that piece of the panel. And there was a piece at the top of this, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just cut the top off and then put a zipper between here and that top piece. And I don't know how many bags are on that panel. So there are I think 4 this size and maybe 4 bigger ones. I can't remember. But anyway, I just wanted to do something a little different, so that's what I did. I like a top zipper as opposed to one here. So I just did that. And I caught the side in there, but anyway, it's fine. I don't care. And so for my lining, I don't know if you can even see that, but I took part of that. This is really just like scrap or trash, but it was part of the panel, but not part like you were supposed to be using. This just says Jane Austen, what does it say? Jane Austen zipper bags quilt labels, because there were also quilt labels at the bottom. So, and then, and the instructions are printed on the panel. So I used that for the lining. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna use it because why not? Why not? I have made, I don't think I told you in my first video, I have made Tulip Pink's butterfly quilt. I think there are 2 versions, I believe, butterfly 1 and butterfly 2, I think. And so the one I made is butterfly 2. And I had some half square triangles left over because I made a lot of extra stuff because I went rogue and didn't follow the pattern as far as color layout. And so I just made a bunch of extra blocks so that I could swap them around and see what I liked. And so I have more, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to use these and then call it good. So I had these extra half square triangles, and I had these 2 flying geese strips, and so I sewed them together, and then I made a bag. And so I really like it. And this is, of course, Tulip Pink's, I can't think of the name of that fabric, but anyway, in black. It also comes in white and maybe snow. I can't remember. Anyway, it's all Tulip Pink fabric. And I just made a bag out of it, out of those extra blocks. And then, you know, it holds the memory for me. And then there's the lining. And I had to piece that together because I didn't even have a piece wide enough for it. But this is, I bought like yards of this fabric when I made a tidy tote. Remember I told you about the tidy tote? And I still have some. So anyway, and then of course I had to put a butterfly charm. Okay, this is quilting, but it's going to be short, but you can fast forward if you want. So I have a friend, and I have lots of friends, but a friend that just turned 50, and I'm making this quilt for her, for her 50th birthday. It's gonna be so late. It's already 2 months late, I think, but anyway, I really need to get on it. So this is, I think it's called Water Lily Block. I meant to look that up before I got on here and I forgot. It's real simple. It's made from a jelly roll. So that's a quilt that I'm working on. Need to be working on. Got started, but need to be working on more. And then this is a finish, but not fully finished, and it really should be ironed, but I didn't iron it because I didn't have time. So let me see how much of it I can show you. I don't know. This is the quilt class I took. It's called Crop Circles. And I will try to insert a picture, and I know I told you in the first video I was going to insert a picture of something, but if I had waited to figure out how to edit a video before I posted that, it still probably wouldn't be posted. I did finally research how to edit videos, so I think I can do that now. And I'll post a picture of the whole thing where you can see it easier. But anyway, I just love the bright colors. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I took that at my local quilt shop. I mean, I'm fortunate. I actually have several local quilt shops, but the one that's closest to me that I frequent the most is Southern Comforts Quilting, which is that video tour that I did. And I took that class there with Colleen Shawn, S-C-H-A-A-N, I think is how you spell her last name. And at some point, I think she's going to publish this pattern. She had just worked it up recently, and I believe she's going to publish this pattern. So I'll try to keep you posted on that. And one day while I was in there, this is a bit of haul. This is a bit of haul. I think, yeah, I'm ready to move into haul. So that's good. So while I was in there, they had, she had Tulip Pinks, Tabby Road Deja Vu. This is a wide back, and it's Cuddle. You guys, I wish you could feel this. It's so soft. Cuddle or Minky or whatever. I don't know. I think Cuddle and Minky are both brands. Or maybe Minky's a brand, or Cuddle's a brand, and Minky is what it's called. I don't know. But anyway, it's fuzzy and soft. So this is one of her prints in that line, in the Tabby Road Deja Vu line. And this is, so you can get this in a cotton, quilting cotton, but it's smaller. It's smaller scale. So love that, love that. And I have several Tulip Pink quilts that I want to make. I have a quilt kit, and I have, anyway, yeah, I have a lot. I have a lot. Okay, so this is not, well, it is sort of cross-stitch related. So something that I want to do because I'm going to that pep rally retreat, and then I'm going to another retreat, the Stitching Bee retreat. I think I told you about that, in October in Dallas. And one of the things that I want to do, and I don't know if I probably won't do it for pep rally because I have to fly. I don't know, but for some retreat that I go to, because I like to go to retreats, I want to make pincushions out of little vintage, doesn't really even have to be vintage, but little china pieces. So this is a tiny, tiny little teacup. Aren't they cute? And look at this one, it's so unusual. It like sits on this little base. Isn't that cute? Anyway, so that's my plan. I want to make some pincushions. I thought that was so cute, kind of an urn shape. And I thought I might even put a tiny pincushion in that. That way you could take the lid off and turn it over and use your pincushion, maybe. Well, we'll see. I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of bright ideas. We'll see. Or I mean, I don't know how bright they are, but it's fun. It's fun anyway. It's a little teapot. Little teapot. And then I saw this, and I had to have that because, you know, now the way I see them most of the time, there's no lid, but you know, people put little scissors in there, and I thought that was fun, so I felt like I needed one of those. So one of the trips I went on, excuse me while I reach down here and get this basket, one of the trips that I went on, I went to Texas with my friend Stephanie. I told you about Stephanie in my first video. She's my friend that does everything. She can wire electric in the house. She deep sea dives. Anyway, she's kind of awesome. But we went we stayed in Dallas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but we went to McKinney and did a little antiquing. So if you see back here on this bookshelf, those are new. she had a built-in bookshelf put in her house, and she started collecting classics, the classics. And then I had FOMO, and so now I'm collecting the classics. I don't have a big built-in bookshelf, but I just have a small collection for now. Anyway, but we went to McKinney, and there's a store there. It's an antique store. Sorry, excuse me while I bend down here and get this stuff. And it is, I can't think of the name of it. I'll look it up and I'll put it in the notes. I actually did go back and put notes in that first video, by the way. But I bought some books, not all of those, but some books. And then I found these 2 vintage spools. Aren't they cool? I'm very interested, but I don't know if I'm interested enough. But I'm very interested to know how wide that is under all this thread or yarn. Thread, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if I actually take it off. I probably will, because this one's like all coming apart anyway. And then I found this one. Isn't that awesome? That one's definitely wide enough. I could put a little skinny finish on. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. It's pretty tall though. And then you guys, look what I found. I'm so excited. This is called a flower frog. The first time I saw one of these or learned anything about them was Carrie Tiger Lily Designs had talked about flower frogs, and I think she kind of collects them. And then Holly, Hobbies of Holly, has a longer burger basket that has this tray in the top where it has like a hole for a cup holder, or like to hold your cup. And then there are other little holes in the top of this tray that goes in the top of a longer burger basket. She puts a flower frog in the cup holder hole. What? So now I need to find one of those trays. We'll see. We'll see if I do. All right. So I think that's all. Oh no, that's not all the haul. Whoa, almost forgot a bunch of stuff. I almost forgot a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. So in looking for things, sorry for the crinkle again, looking for things, somebody actually said, I like the crinkle. So that was kind of fun. Looking for things to give as gifts for retreats. Okay. So you see, you know, I mean, I just don't have a lot of time to make things. I like to make things for people, but you know, I'm trying to do my own stuff. Not, you know, it sounds kind of selfish, I guess, but you know, I'm trying to make quilts, and I'm trying to do cross stitch, and I'm trying to get things quilted, and I like to make project bags, and you know, because I need something to put on my cross stitch projects. I have realized that for the amount of projects that I actually want to kit up, I need bags. I'm gonna probably have to make bags instead of portfolios, because let me know down in the comments what you think. Because if it's a big project, it's really not going to fit very well in a portfolio, right? Do you agree? Let me know what you think. Anyway, so trying to just look for things to buy, to gift at retreats, okay? Like table made gifts. So I went on Amazon and I found these strawberries. Aren't they cute? They come in several different fabrics. I think there are 25 in here. Don't quote me on that. If I can find it again, well, I can find it again, as long as they're still selling them. I'll put a link down in the description for these strawberries, because they're so cute, and everybody loves a strawberry, right? There's one more, but it's one more kind, but it's way down in there, or two, but they're down in there, and that would be some digging. But anyway, aren't they cute? So here's the thing: if I can't get the pincushion made, ta-da, pincushion, right? I think that's kind of brilliant. All right, let's get those out of the way. Okay, more haul. So I am signed up to receive these monthly from Fat Quarter Shop. This is Country Cottage Needleworks pastel collection. This is Santa and Rudolph. Love that. Do you guys love how I just throw stuff on the floor back here on the table? Okay, Shelly, Antique Needleworker. Have you guys seen that she has started she has a product line now. She's charted some patterns, cross stitch patterns, and then she also has some other products. So I ordered a couple of things. This little ruler, I thought that was so great, because you know, sometimes you just need to measure your cross stitch fabric to see how far over, because I don't know about you, but I'm not really good at judging that. And then I bought this, the Law of Kindness. Isn't that beautiful? She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. I love it so much. And look on the back, there's a little, you can do just this little flower with your initial, and then there's a needle card. Needle card. Cute. Love it, love it, love it. And the patterns are in there, and she's, of course, charted the whole alphabet for us. All right. I don't really want to throw that down there because I don't want it to get bent. I bought, no, excuse me, I won pumpkins. I won that. I'm no longer entering giveaways on floss tubes since I do floss tube. I was like, probably need to. I've had this for actually a few weeks. Pumpkins, word swap. They have a whole collection of word swap. There's lemons, there's, what else do they have? Welcome, maybe strawberries. I don't know. There are a bunch of them, but I really love that. I really love that. And I talked about, do you remember, this is October House Sewing Sundries. In my last video, when I showed you the pattern by October House Itch to Stitch, remember me talking about that they had just released one with sewing notions? I got it. I got it. I got it. I ordered 12 Days of Christmas Stockings by Annie B's Folk Art. Celeste Creates enabled me. Enabled me. I mean, we can just blame each other. I think that works. Don't you think that works? Went into the Silver Needle one day and saw this, and I loved it. This is Pink Hill Manor by Blackbird Designs. Pink Hill Manor by Blackbird Designs. So this is Anniversaries of the Heart Pattern 4. So there is, I don't know if I can show you. I can't really show you because of the chart, and I don't want to bend the thing. So there is a layout inside here that shows you, there are 12, and then there's a bonus chart, I guess. So it shows you how to lay that out if you want to just stitch them all together. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine trying to stitch all those, but together, that would be huge. That would be huge. And I've already got some that I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. They're so big. I have to have some quick, you know, smaller projects in between, right? So we can have like small wins in between. Anybody else like that? Then this is, I think I got this from 123 Stitch. I'm pretty sure I got this from 123 Stitch. Anyway, Antique Bee Sampler, or maybe Etsy. I think it was Etsy. Antique Bee Sampler by Elizabeth's Needlework Designs. Love that. There's a bonus chart included where you can just stitch. Let me show you. I'll show you the picture of the bonus chart because it's really cute. If you didn't want to stitch that whole thing like that, if I can get this open. Sorry, that's kind of loud, isn't it? Okay, here's the picture of the bonus chart. Isn't that cute? Not sure which one I'll do. Not sure which one I will do. I really like the big one, but you know, when I get to that, I might think, maybe not. So I purchased some linen from Jim's Dye Work or something. I'll put it in the description, on Etsy. And I ordered quite a bit. And so he sent me a free chart. This is The Spirit of Hope by Zweigart. This will probably, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I probably will not stitch that. So this will probably go in my past the stash bucket. Anyway, it is beautiful. And then I bought Seasons of the Heart Seasons of the heart. So there's a spring, summer, autumn, winter. And it comes with these. You make those. I don't know if you've seen that, but you make those. So there's a page in here that has, I don't want to show the chart, but and so you have options, black or this gray. And so I guess, I mean, you could either take it off of there or you could copy it so that you wouldn't damage your pattern in any way. And you put that like on real thick cardstock or something. I don't know. I kind of read it briefly, but if anybody's done that, let me know if you felt like that was hard. I don't know if I want to do that. I may just stitch the words. I don't know. We'll see. And then Pirate Robin on Etsy. I saw this XO Needle in Hay XO Annie bought some of this floss, and so I immediately went to look for it, and I saved it. I haven't even looked at it yet. I hope I got the right floss because I haven't even opened it. I was waiting to show it to you. And I immediately went, well, no, I say I immediately went. I had to wait a little bit. Maybe I was getting ready to go to work or something. But when I went back, it was sold out. Annie sold them out. I messaged her and I was like, you sold them out. She was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, but they came back into stock. So this is called Gothic Raspberry. I love that so much. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. It's cotton, 6 strand, 100% cotton, embroidered floss. It's 10 yards. I don't remember how much it was. I'll link her below. Pirate Robin, isn't it the cutest name? Oh, I wish I had kept the package it came in because it had her little logo. She had like a sticker logo on it. And then while I was on there, because nothing should travel alone, even though there are 2 of those, I bought this, and it's called Twilight. And I really like that. I feel like they show up a little brighter on camera, which I love bright, but I will say that I think they're even more beautiful in person than, even though the camera is making them look brighter, which is great, I think they're prettier in person. So, okay, let me get rid of this. Sorry. Okay, I bought some things off Temu. Again, don't come at me. But I bought some, I don't know what these are called. They're magnets with little loops. And so if you have a lot of fabric on your project, you can kind of wrangle it with those. I bought 2 packages of those. I bought this. These are duplicate. You know, it's a replica. It's fake. Kohana little snips. Kohana makes these little snips. I bought those. I really just wanted to kind of see if they were any good. I was kind of curious. And then I bought several of these fobs that say Stitcher, so that I'm trying to have things on hand so that I have stuff for gifts, because the retreat that I went to, I was like a last minute invite because somebody canceled. I couldn't go. And I really didn't have anything. So, well, I did. I had some pins, some, is that what I took? I can't remember now. Yeah, they were snowman counting pins or finishing pins from Cherise Smith, who I talked about in my first Flosstube, and I did link her in the description. Finally, I did do that. So I do like to have some things on hand. Anyway, but I felt kind of bad because I really didn't have much, and when I go through that, you guys, you're not gonna, people were so generous. Oh my goodness. And they gave me something, even though I think they know each other. I think they're all from that area. And so, but they didn't even know me, and I still got the stuff. So, you know, Stitchers are the best. So this these 2 things that I'm going to show you now are from CharmingMaggie. She's on Etsy, CharmingMaggie. And let's see, so I ordered some charms because, well, these are beads, because I want to make counting pins. Can you see those? Those are bees. These are little hearts. I hope you can see that. And then these are little flowers, like daisies. And there was one more thing from Temu that I missed. I had it in with the charms. I bought some 2024 charms. I thought that was important to have, right? That's important to have. Okay. I think that's all the haul. I have some haul that I'm going to wait to show you when I do the retreat recap. That way this isn't an hour and a half long. Okay. Let's talk some more about how kind stitchers are. Okay. So I told you all about the Crowning Glory retreat that I went to and the friends that I made. Okay. So one of my friends that I met went to Paris, and she was going into the Sajou, is that how you say it, store, and she texted us all and she said, I'm going into the Sajou, do you all want anything? Yes, please. Yes, please. So I asked her to pick me up, because I'm thinking, okay, what can I ask her for that's small, right? Because I don't want to have to bring home something large. So I sent her a picture of these scissors. Oh my gosh, aren't they beautiful? Oh, that feels like butter. That feels like butter. And they came in this little, I mean, the packaging is so stinking cute. I love it. I'm going to put those back in there real quick. And then, so kind, she had 2 of these and she said, do you want that? I said, absolutely. That's Chessie and Me. Return of the Whales. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. And then she sent me extra stuff. She sent me extra stuff. So I got needles. Look at that. My gosh, their stuff is so cute the way they package it. Needles. Okay. And I have kept all this in the shipping box that she sent it in so I could show you all. Then this is it's like a whole kit for finishing and everything. So there's this little tin and there's a pattern in here and you stitch and you, let's see if I can show you. Okay, here it is. Here we go. So this goes on around it. This, you actually put this around it. And then you stitch, I'm not sure I can show you. I think it's just the chart. Anyway, it's a charted, it's the Eiffel Tower. It's the Eiffel Tower. I don't think there's a picture on this. No, there's no picture. Anyway, so the Eiffel Tower is charted and you stitch that and put that on the top. But it comes with everything. Here's the floss. Oh, it's been a long time since I took French in high school. 2 years of French in high school and 2 semesters of Spanish, and I can't speak either one of them. I'm clearly not made for foreign language. I mean, I made a good grade. It comes with the fabric, but I didn't retain it much. I can tell you the numbers 1 to 10. Some batting. Anyway, it comes with everything to finish it. So cute and so generous. My goodness. Okay, let me just put this over here instead of trying to, sorry for the noise, just trying to put things out of the way so I can show you the rest of what's in this box. And then I got some linen. It's 32 count linen. I mean, so generous, so generous. And then this came from another store. She gave me this for my initial, B for Brooke. And it makes, I mean, you could use it as a bookmark or hang it like a bell pull, right? It's really slender. It's probably about 2 inches wide, I guess. Okay, that was all in that. But can you believe that? Seriously, stitchers are so generous. Stitchers are so generous. So generous. I did have, I thought about pulling plans, but I think I am going to just kind of focus on the 2 samplers I have going. Oh, I forgot to show you my Jane Johnston. I did start her. I know I talked about that. I did start her on September 1st, but I mean, it's the tiniest start. I really just sat down and put some stitches in it so I could say I started it on September 1st. And I haven't worked on it since. I've been working on other things, so I didn't put any more stitches in it. But so I have that sampler, and I have the Merry Christmas sampler. And so I really want to focus on those for my sampler September, but I really also want to start some fall stitching. So I don't know. And those will be smalls. Those will be smalls. Oh, I almost forgot. I had something I wanted to show you. So this is one of the first things I stitched, if not the first thing. I hope you, let's see. Yeah, I got the dust off, but because it was dusty. It was hanging on the wall, but it was dusty. So I stitched this and I entered it into the fair, and I got a ribbon. I don't know where the ribbon is, but I did. I got a ribbon. Oh, I say this is one of the first things I stitched. Actually, I was probably about 25 when I stitched this. So, but still one of the first things I stitched because I hadn't stitched that much. And I didn't notice it hangs in a hallway that's doesn't have a lot of light, but can you see that, how it's stained right there? That is the fabric, it's not the glass. I did check. So if you have any, it's got tape, it's taped up back here. Yeah, anyway, I still got a ribbon for it. But I hadn't noticed that until I took it off the wall and carried it into better lighting. So if you know how I should go about taking that out and getting that stain out of there, I'm afraid it's all DMC because it was way back when, and that's all we had. But I am afraid. I'm afraid of what will happen. So, okay, now let's do giveaways. Let's do giveaways. I'm so excited. Okay, now keep in mind, this is all passing the stash, okay? I am passing Vicky's stash on to you. And this is just a very small sampling of the things that I did gift some things to some friends. Took pictures of some stuff and sent it to them. And I've kept some stuff, and at some point I'm going to talk about that. I think, again, I'm going to shoot a separate video and kind of show you what all I kept, put in my stash from Vicky, and I still have a ton of stuff to gift. So most of it's patterns, but okay, to enter, I will give you a word. So you will comment with that word. You need to like the video, subscribe to my channel. Please do, you need to live in the US because I will have to ship things, and shipping can be, expensive outside of the country. And then don't use words like win, giveaway, freebie. Don't use any words like that because that draws in like robots and trolls, as it were. So don't do that. We don't want any of that. We don't want any of that. Okay? All right. So here, let's see if I can move this stuff around a little bit. Okay. So, and this is one of those, I'm not sure if anybody's going to want this, but there were several of these sets in the stash that Vicky gave me. And I will be doing something with all of them because I will not stitch this. This is not cross stitch, it's needlework, okay? Well, I say it's needlework of some sort. I don't know what you call this, but can you all see that? I mean, it's really cool. I just know I won't stitch it, but I'm thinking somebody might really get a kick out of this. So this is called Rainforest Crunch by Needle Delights Originals, designed by Kathy Rees. And this comes with the 18 count eggshell mono canvas. That's what this is. If you are interested in this, use the word crunch. Use the word crunch in your comment. And also, let me know if this is something that interests you. I really do need to know because I have several of these and I can use them as giveaways. But if nobody's really interested, then I'll probably maybe donate them to a senior center or something. I don't know. I'll have to do some more searching to find someone that wants them. Okay, next. This is September, October 1994. Better Homes and Garden, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. Okay, I'm gonna take that address label off later. But so a lot of this is Halloween, because I thought that would be good for this video since Halloween is coming next month. But isn't that hilarious? So, and then you can stitch your shirt too. See that? So I'll show you a couple of things that are in the magazine. So this is one of the patterns, one of the charts that's in the magazine. I thought that was pretty cute. And then Bernard the Wizard. He's kind of cute, right? And so that witch's face, there's a picture in here. Let me see if I can find it, where they've stitched it on like a kid's sweatshirt. Oh, here we go. Isn't that fantastic? The hair on it. It's great. So now we never stitched. I don't remember my mom or my aunts ever stitching like a sweatshirt. They did stitch those little fingertip tails, and I have some fingertip tails here. So here's another one of them. They're not all Halloween in here, but that's another chart that's in this magazine. And then I wanted to show you a couple more. I won't show you all of them because we could be here all day. This chart, which I thought was really pretty. It's a Christmas chart. That was really pretty. And then one more. There's some nativity figures. And I don't know if all of them are in here, if it's just these. I don't know if it's just these two, but I know these two are in here. I did see those specifically. But I thought that was kind of cool. And I have a lot of old cross-stitch magazines that I will be doing giveaways for. I may need to let me take this label off here while I'm thinking about it, sorry. I may need to bundle them. Should I bundle them? I just grabbed this one because I had a witch on the front. And since most of the rest of this is Halloween, except for that needlework project and the something else. Let me leave this over here. Okay, sorry. If you are interested in this, use the word fun. Use the word fun. And let me know. Should I bundle magazines? Would that be better? I might. Okay. For all you prairie schooler fans, I know you're out there in droves, right? So this is Prairie Schooler Country Wise. I went ahead and picked it for this video because it has this little, the witches in. But isn't that cute? Measure twice, cut once. Isn't that cute? I love that one. Anyway, if you're interested in this Prairie Schooler chart, use the word country. Now, this one has been through it. I don't think it was wet. I think it was in with some things, and it just got kind of bent. But anyway, it's still good. It doesn't smell weird or anything like that. And I don't see any like water stains or anything. Use the word country if you're interested in this chart. Country. Okay. I think these are so fun. So I have 3 Sue Hillis charts, and they're all Halloween themed. So this one is Halloween Memories. Halloween Memories is that's so cute. And I love how they took the pieces out and did them separately as smalls. So, you know, I know some people do like a Halloween tree and with ornaments, and so that would be super cute. That would be super cute. So if you're interested in this chart, use the word happy. Use the word happy. All right. This one is called Witch's Stitches. Witch's Stitches. She's riding a pair of scissors instead of a broom. Isn't that cute? And then all the floss with the hoop down here. So cute. So if you are interested in Witch's Stitches, use the word bats. B-A-T-S, bats. So, and I probably, well, I'm going to try not to wait so long between videos. So yeah, because I know you're going to want to get started. You're going to want to get started. Okay, this one is called The Most Wonderful Fright. The most wonderful fright of the year. So if you are interested in this chart, use the word fright. Use the word fright. Okay. All right. So this is called, this is also Sue Hillis Designs. This is called the Counted Needle, I guess. And it's actually signed by Sue Hillis. It's addressed to Vicki because it was Vicki's chart. So I'm guessing she went to an event where Sue Hillis was there. Okay, do you see how this is made into like a flat fold with those boots? Guess what? I have the boots. I have the boots. So you will get the chart and the boots. If you're interested in this chart, use the word boots. Okay, now let me get this out because it's kind of hard to see. So this is a told in a garden pattern. And this is the picture that came with the pattern. I haven't unfolded it, but I think the idea, I think it just, you know, it comes with both of these. And then I'm not sure where this comes from. I don't think this is in the kit. This is actually a kit, so you're going to get, but it's kind of cool. They're kind of like quilt squares. So this will come with the chart, this floss. I do not know if it's all the floss, but looks like it's all DMC. I'm guessing it's all the floss, but I really do not know. And then it comes with some black Ada. I don't know what count that is. I'm guessing she pulled whatever was listed in the chart. And it will come in this fancy Ziploc bag. Okay, so if you're interested in the Told in a Garden kit, use the word garden. Use the word garden. Okay, now I have 2 breadcloth books. I have 2 breadcloth books. So there are going to be 2 winners. But wait, there's more. You will also get 2 or 3 each napkins to stitch on and breadcloths. These are breadcloths. So you will get 2 or 3. I will just, you know, from the 2 winners, I'll get 2 napkins and 3 breadcloths, or 3 napkins and 2 breadcloths, because that was how many I had. I had 5 of each. Okay. Then, wait, there's more. You will also get 2 fingertip towels that you can cross stitch on. So, I think actually that these are amazing. These are amazing. I would not stitch it because I would never want to use it if I stitched that. I just wouldn't want to. But they're so cute. This one has, let me look at the other one. This one has like holidays on it. So I think that's really cute. And let me get this one up closer. This has like kind of smaller motifs, so it's really cute. There's one that says Kiss the Cook. You see that? These are so fantastic. I can't show you the back because it's part of the chart. Okay, so 2 winners for that. Use the word basket. Use the word basket. I had to look to see what word I picked. Use the word basket. Okay, I am right under an hour. Yay me. That's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm shooting for, right about an hour or less. Thank you so much for joining me for this Flosstube video. If you will, please like and subscribe. And if you don't mind, share it to your social media. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, friends. Until next time.